Good morning, good evening, or good day, depending on where you live. My name is Pawan Andanov, and this is the No BS Crypto channel, Pawan on Crypto. Today I prepared the following tweets and articles. The first one is from Max Kaiser about what the price of Bitcoin should be according to Bitcoin mining. Then a very interesting article about Bitcoin's production cost. We move on to Eric Voorhees' tweet about the value of currency and how it's being enforced by some governments. Then we go into this chart shared by RoPo on the gold versus Bitcoin price. We're going to move through some Chainlink news. Then PayPal entering crypto not just by buying and selling, but interesting in purchasing already established crypto companies like BitGo. Moving on to the new plugin that's being developed for WordPress that allows to timestamp your content, proving that you've published on a certain date in the certain condition. And the interesting fact that actually 30% of all websites are built on WordPress today. Moving on to Grayscale with 1 billion of investments in the past week and 300 million just in one day. Not even the crypto industry is not everyone in the crypto industry is thrilled about PayPal recent news. We're going to go and comment through this, and then some Filecoin network upgrades. And we're going to finish it with the fact that at the moment Bitcoin at $13,000 per coin is at all-time high in 7 countries. If you're interested in any of this, see you in a bit. Whoever has stuck through that intro, please comment below if you love it or if you hate it. Moving on, so the first tweet by Max Kaiser, he says that considering the margin, considerable margin there is between the hash rate and the current price of Bitcoin 30,000. He says that according to the hash rate, the price of Bitcoin should be 35 to 50,000 price. However, this is a bit misleading, and as the next tweet corrects, hash rate and the price aren't one-to-one with Bitcoin's efficiency upgrades. Power consumption usually is a better indicator, but still probably points around 20k and not 35 to 50k. So the idea is that the Bitcoin hash rate constantly goes up the more and more computers, miners join the network. However, though, having in mind that throughout the years we're constantly having upgrades to the hardware, and the hardware becomes more and more efficient, even without spending a dime more on Bitcoin mining compared to last year, you're going to have automatically higher hash rate. However, as per this article, Bitcoin's production cost, it explains very well that firstly, we have to tighten up Bitcoin's production cost to the electricity consumed and how much money you spent on it, and not to the hash rate. And here, takeaways: Bitcoin's electricity consumption can be used to estimate Bitcoin's production cost, because if you know how much electricity has been spent, and if you know for that how much hash power you're getting, you're gonna get how much of the Bitcoin reward you're gonna get. Bitcoin's production cost can be used to estimate miners' profitability, because you know what is the price of Bitcoin. If you know how much you spend to produce one Bitcoin, you know what is the profitability. Bitcoin mining has historically been a very profitable business. I will link this article in the description of the video for anyone that would like to go through it. It's very informative on the whole business of mining and how it's related, how sometimes miners are mining on a loss because they know that the current price of Bitcoin will not be the same in a few months, and they're just hodling while mining by having some reserve and being able to pay their bills still. I'm going to play this clip and I'm going to turn on the volume. So in this clip, what we are seeing is how I don't think that you hear the volume, but anyway, in this clip it's being shown how a police enforcement squad is entering this informal shop. Imagine just a local exchange where people afraid of the inflation are trying to trade away their worthless currency that's being devaluated every single day for, let's say, dollar or euro or whatever, any other currency, and then the police raise this place and they forbid. This is literally the ultimate control through money. When you're being devaluated, you cannot save money. Without savings, you cannot be independent. You have to constantly think about what you're going to put on the table tomorrow, because literally you cannot save. Moving on to this chart where RowPaul says gold is breaking down versus Bitcoin as expected. So this chart is very interesting, this bit here. This is the gold compared to Bitcoin. It was up here and then goes all the way down here. But here is why though. This is because of the bull run of 2017. So when Bitcoin peaked at 20k or 19k, whatever you say, you can see how gold compared to Bitcoin went down. And since then, it went a bit up, down again, up, and now literally it's breaking down. And during this time, I would have imagined that gold should have gained quite a bit of heads up compared to Bitcoin, but no, it didn't. So yeah, with the bull market, bull run just starting right now, I would imagine that gold is going to underperform very heavily compared to Bitcoin. Chainlink brings a verifiable randomness to Ethereum mainnet, keeps other chains inside. So Chainlink's verifiable randomness function, or VRF, has made its way to Ethereum mainnet. It's being tested for quite a while. VRF will provide a centralized source of randomness of the project's decentralized ecosystem. A trusted source of randomness is essential for many applications such as those in gambling and gaming industries. So imagine I wanna I'm saying Trump is the greatest president in the world, make America great again, and so on. And I'm sure Trump is gonna win. And you're saying, no, Biden's gonna win. And then we're gonna place a bet. So how do we do that? If I keep the money, you have to trust me that I'm gonna give you back the money if you would win. If I give you the money, I have to trust you. And then this is why usually we go to a third party that we can both trust. With smart contracts, we can trust the code to do the thing, but the thing is that you need Oracle. A Chainlink is an Oracle that uses multiple third parties in order to get to a consensus of what is the reality in the real world. This is what the Chainlink does. It's a bridge between smart contracts and the real world. So randomness, regardless how crazy it might sound, it's very important to be really random and to be verifiable. Imagine to playing a video game and you have a 50% chance to block, and the enemy has, I don't know, like a 30% chance to do critical strike, and then you see that he's critting you and don't block a single time 10 times in a row, and you're like, what, this game is rigged or this game is buggy and so on. But if you can verify what actually happened, and indeed this was just the work that was drawn, that's brilliant. Long story short, this news on its own is nothing too big. However though, in the long run, something else will be built thanks to this, and then something else thanks to this, and sooner or later we're gonna get to that step where it's gonna be major, very big news, and all started right here. Moving on, PayPal talks to buy BitGo. So the outlet specifically mentions BitGo, a company that provides digital assets custody for in the form of cold storage wallets and as well as multi-signature digital wallets. So the thing is that PayPal is not just about, they don't want to just give its customers the possibility to purchase and sell cryptocurrencies. No, they don't want just the tax from that. They want to make a whole business around crypto. So PayPal is fully endorsing and adopting crypto. This is, to me, almost as big news as the previous ones. As in my yesterday's clip, I explained that since June I expected that PayPal is going to be dealing with crypto. They just got confirmed yesterday, but this news though to me is quite large, because it means PayPal is not just scraping the service. No, they're diving deep into crypto. And here is the site of BitGo: institutional digital asset custody, trading and finance. Moving on, WordPress content can now be timestamped on Ethereum. The plugin can help with copyright issues, prove who created a piece of content, and the share readers it haven't been altered. WordPress currently powers around 37% of all websites and has 60% share of all the CMSs in the world. CMS is a content management system. So imagine bloggers, or imagine people who make music and publish their music, and imagine they want to be able to prove I published this content on this date and it was exactly in this state. How can you do that? Having in mind that screenshots can be a lie, they can be photoshopped, or it can be literally a page that you created, you screenshotted and you said, yeah, that was on that domain. This verification through this plugin on WordPress would allow people to prove what they've done and when they've done it. Again, just like the Chainlink news, I feel like this is something small, something might go under the radar of so many people, but to me this is a very big news, because again, 30% of all websites are WordPress websites, and this new tool in the toolkit of content creators, of bloggers, will allow them to feel a lot more confident and do all sorts of crazy things thanks to Ethereum, thanks to blockchain. And here is the Google search. How many of the internet websites are on WordPress? Grayscale adds a cool 300 million in a day and 1 billion this week. 1 billion in the past week has been added. On October 22nd, they had 7.3 billion. And on October 15, they had 6.3. So literally for 1 week, for 7 days, they went from 6.3 to 7.3 billion. The funds mostly held in Grayscale Trust for Bitcoin and Ethereum. So massive FOMO, massive amount of money is being poured into cryptocurrencies right now. This is extremely bullish. Not everyone in the crypto industry is thrilled about PayPal's recent news. Long term, if PayPal proceeds without consulting the community and letting their users control their own key, it offers no value to the space. I want to comment quickly on this. So, as explained in my previous clip, PayPal is a business. They don't care about the crypto revolution. They don't care about people being independent and fully in control in their money. I'm personally afraid the moment Bitcoin hits $1 million. What will I do? If I want to sell it for some fiat and buy something with the fiat, if adoption still haven't happened and I cannot buy directly things with my Bitcoin, I will have to trust an exchange with my money. I will have to trust a bank. Because they can freeze it, they can say that's money laundering, they can say that's drug money, even though it isn't. I have to trust these third-party people, and I don't want to. I'm scared of that. And the thing is that PayPal doesn't care about that. They don't want to be my friend. They don't want to help me. What they care about is getting my money through the fees that I'll have to pay. So they're gonna get your grandmother and grandfather's money through the fees. Tech-savvy people will do it on their own, and the people who are not, the people who haven't been dealing with cryptocurrencies for long enough, will flood to PayPal. And PayPal is after their money, nothing else. They're not friends of the crypto community. Filecoin network upgrades goes live. Miner claims 25% block reward. 25% of away can be instantly taken by the miners, and 70% to be vested over the next 6 months, reducing the need to rerun flaky tests and adding additional logging to reduce syncing issues. The network has been upgraded with this. Long story short, Filecoin exploded the moment it got listed. The price was unreasonably high, most probably still reasonably high, but this is a very solid and very real project that will continue to develop throughout the next years, and hopefully it's going to create a true alternative to the Amazon beast that is right now. And moving on to the last news, which is the Bitcoin price hits new record high in 7 countries. I made a clip about a month and a half ago, and back then it was 3 countries. Three of them hit an all-time high. I remember it vividly because, like, holy shit, the price of Bitcoin back then was like 10k. Now at 13k, it's already hitting all-time high in 3 countries. They're Brazil, Turkey, Argentina, Sudan, Angola, Venezuela, and Zambia. In their own local currencies, obviously the prices are different, but because of inflation, because of the what's happening and how a lot of currencies are being devaluated, we see what's happening. And the thing is that this, due to all the money being printed through Corona times right now, this will happen. All the money value is gonna go down, and Bitcoin is gonna shoot up in everyone's currency. Thank you for tuning in for this episode of Plumbing on Crypto, the No BS crypto channel. If you liked it, click that like button and subscribe so you don't miss my tomorrow's video. Cheers.